Hello everybody and welcome back to another visual pattern challenge. Here's our pattern today. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, and your challenge is to predict the number of squares in step 4. If you can do that, can you predict the number in step 43? And can you write an equation that could be used to predict the number of squares in any step at all? So that's the challenge. If you'd like to accept it, pause this video and see what you can do. Okay. So this is kind of a strange, shapeless looking pattern. It starts with 3 dots, and then we seem to have a couple of lines, and the lines get a little maybe thicker or longer. So right off the bat, I don't get any great visual intuition about this one, although maybe it seems like it's growing at a pretty steady rate or slow rate, so I'm thinking probably linear. But I think rather than trying to sort out the visual pattern here by looking at it, I'm going to count and just look at the numbers first and see what kind of insight that gives us. So I'll make a chart with the step number and the number of squares. So in step 1, there are just 3. And in step 2, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And in step 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Aha, so I'm seeing a pattern here. It looks like we're adding 3 each time. So 3 plus 3 is 6, or 6 minus 3 is 3, and then 9 minus 6 is 3. So I'm guessing for our next step, we would add 3 again. So in step 4, 9 plus 3 would be 12. And now as I look back, let's see, I guess this one was added, and this one, oh, and this one, okay, it's just that it kind of ran into the dot next to it, but those 3 were added. And then let's see, oh yeah, then we add that one and that one and that one. So it looks like we're adding dots going down and diagonally every time. Now the pattern's making a little bit more sense visually. Okay, so we've got our analysis of numbers. We've got a prediction for step 4, which is 12. Our equation here is going to be linear because we have a constant in the differences. And the slope for this line, so our linear equation y equals mx plus b, the slope is going to be this rate of change, this difference. So we're going to start with y equals 3x and see how that works and see if we need to add anything or subtract anything for the b here. X is the step number, and if I try this out with step 1, y equals 3 times 1, I get 3. And there are 3 dots. So it looks like just this part y equals 3x works. If we try that in step 2, that would be y equals 3 times 2. That's 6. That's how many dots there are. So lucky for us, just the stem of the equation is all we need for this one. So y equals 3 times the step number. That's our equation. So to calculate the number of squares in step 43 is pretty much a piece of cake. We just plug in 43 for the step number for x. So 3 times 43, 3 times 40 is 120, and 3 times 3 is 9, so that's 129 squares in step 43. Well, how did that go for you? Did you have any better luck than I did at getting some visual intuition about this pattern, or did you start by looking at the numbers? I'd be curious to know. Thanks, everybody.